Hey guys, Medic Steve here with another video. Today I'm practicing on pigskin. So what I'm doing right here is I'm putting on the stencil. I applied alcohol just to dry the section up. Putting on the solution for the stencil. Now getting the stencil on is a little bit of a, I mean everybody has different methods. What I'm learning right now from trial and error is that I'm putting the stencil on too thick. I kind of also drew the stencil too thick with my pen in the original in the first place, so with that being said, it just makes the stencil, it helps, it looks nice when it's on the skin, but when you're tattooing, you can't tell your line from the stencil, so I have a little bit of an issue with that. Here, I'm starting to go in. I learned a couple tricks today, trying to be consistent with my lines. Like I said, I'm still new. Excuse me. Obviously, you know, I need practice, so I'm practicing on pigskin. Originally, I started off with my skin on my own legs, and you know what? I'm actually not that disappointed with the tattoos that I actually did on myself. So now what I'm doing is just, this is an original stencil that I did before, so I'm just practicing that one again. I had this tattoo on my right thigh. Learning how to stay consistent with lines and making them more dominant is what I'm trying to practice at the moment. Pigskin is probably the most closest thing you can get to human skin. I've heard you can use bananas, oranges, grapefruits, and pumpkins. See right there, I dabbed it. Excuse me, I sprayed and I just wiped like a freak. So it's better to dab, and then wipe, because I'm just smearing a bunch of ink all over the place. So you see what I'm saying is that you can barely tell the difference between my lines and the stencil. The stencil really was dominant, so I got to learn how to make just a quick stencil. I was taught how to practice some circles and I was taught some stuff today that's gonna help me be consistent with my tattoos and get my wrist better. Luckily, because I do jiu-jitsu, I already have strong wrists and forearms and fingers, so that's like a benefit. So like I said, what I'm doing right here is now I switched the needle out. Now I'm going into shading. What I decided to do with this is fill in a certain section of the tattoo and then do dots and then do shading. But like I said, it's new to me and it's tough. But that's what I like about the pigskin, you know, especially having all this help today that I did. When I went to my buddy, he explained a lot of stuff to me, and it just, oh my god, it would have been less hell on my leg if I had learned these tricks before I went into my leg, because I basically used a 5-round liner needle to fill in my tattoo, and I just basically made my skin ground chuck. So trial and error. I'm willing to do that to myself, so at the end of the day, it was just good practice, and now I know what not to do when I'm working on somebody else, to be nice and gentle and to stretch the skin, to do the fundamentals, and to make sure that I'm doing everything consistent. I mean, there's only so much you can learn with pigskin, but like I said, this is perfect for me. This is helping me out right now. Now I can practice every day without having to do it on myself. I edited the video myself. I wanted the little buzzer sound in the background, but I guess I muted it too much, so it is what it is. I was taught too that basically try to be consistent with your shading or your filling. I just kind of you shouldn't be having to go over your work, because then again, it's a person.